Alright, here we are again. So, last time I left off, I was, I don't know, somewhere in outskirts and having a bunch of technical difficulties. But, I got to max karma level. That's the saint. And, well, it lets you do a lot of things. But this whole character, the saint, is very spoiler heavy. So I would recommend playing at least the Saints campaign through to completion before watching any of this. That's your warning. Anyway, after I ended the stream, I just made my way up to a shelter close to 5 Pebbles. I think that's what we're gonna continue. Yeah, that's where we're gonna pick it back up from. There's also something else I have discovered. There's a bug in the game right now where your perks that you have on in expedition mode carry over to story mode. For whatever reason, I have no idea why that happens, but I had the perk on for fast agility, the one that gives you movement like Rivulet, and that applied to the Saint. So I thought, oh wow, the Saint has really good movement. Turns out it was just the perk doing that. So I also should have, yeah, I can't breathe nearly as long as before. Somehow those expedition mode perks carried over. So now the Saint can do that at max karma. You can ascend things regardless of their health. So these mirror spirits over here, they're affected too. So yeah, we're just gonna go over to Pebbles and help them achieve what the iterators were always trying to do. Yep, works on mirror spirits. Got out of the way just in time. This ability doesn't really help you out in confined spaces because you have to be able to have room to fly around to use it. And I don't think you can activate it when you're in a pipe. There's a spider up there? What is Rain World? It's a bit hard to explain. Rain World is a kind of survival 2D platformer game. This happens to be pretty much the most late game thing that's in the game right now. So if it looks interesting at all, you could check it out yourself and not watch for too long because these are very heavy spoilers. This game is very unique. It's kind of an entire like simulated ecosystem where you have to survive by like finding food and getting into a shelter before you're hunted by the various creatures like lizards and vultures or whatever. Well, if you're gonna watch right now, it's probably not gonna make any sense at all. Yeah, we're just heading up this. I can already hear the music from this room. It's all distorted. Hello, 5Pebbles. Do you have anything new to say? Finally did it. The gameplay of this game is very interesting, but what's happening right now is very far off from what it's usually like. You don't usually have a grappling hook as your tongue, and you aren't usually able to fly around. It's what the iterators have been trying to do for all these cycles. Did I go the wrong way? Okay, continue going down from here. Casually ascend a few birds. Yes, I think I'm going to Moon next. I'll probably play the Saint again to see what happens if you bring some neurons from Moon over to Pebbles. Over here. Or if there's any way to get neurons at all. It's getting darker now. Then I guess I'll go to the depths next. Even without the bug with the expedition mode perk, Saint's movement is still very good. You can make good use of the swinging around like that. I'm also wondering what happens if you get all the passages. Well, you can't really do that as the Saint. You can't get the Hunter passage since you can't eat any meat at all. And I don't seem to be making progress towards the Outlaw either, so that might be more difficult to get, but probably still possible. There's a way to go down from here over to... Somewhere, one of these ways goes down to the shoreline. Over here, maybe? Oh yeah, it is down there. That's the wall. Hold on, where am I right now? Let's... Okay. I need to go back. Is it back? Don't you love it when the internet just decides to die for a second? Can't seem to get through a stream without any problems with the internet. Down here. I don't have enough food. There's some here up here that I've left. Excuse me. Actually, I know that there's shelter pretty close on this path. And some slime mold. That could be interesting. If you give that pearl to Moon as the rivulet, I don't know. She says that it's recently been in use and it encodes an audio track. It's not that interesting, but what's interesting about Five Petals for the Saint is that the song is very distorted, and that might be because of the pearl being on loop for many cycles, or maybe Pebbles is just not in the condition to be able to play it properly. So it'd be interesting to see what Moon has to say about that. There's a lot of things to check as the same. There should be a shelter right over here. Oh yeah, this one. It's a whole mess over here. Get to the shelter. There is actually one other shelter that I know of in Looks at the Moon as the rivulet. And the Spearmaster, I suppose. Any timeline where you can go into the actual structure, there's a shelter that has like a pipe that just goes through between two other rooms. You can't go through that pipe on your way to the shelter, but they're in the same room. So this is part of the underhang where you usually go to get to Pebbles, but now it connects down to Shoreline.